guys. So we are back at it. It is week 2 of NaNoWriMo. It's been a toughie. The day you just saw me working was rough because the word count that I hit was 0, which made me feel like I was making no progress. But it was a lot of maintenance. So it was a lot of plotting for the week that I needed to get done to write chapter 10. And it was also doing maintenance on my draft 2 spreadsheet because I finished, as we know, chapter 8 and chapter 9. So I went in, I put in their summaries for the chapter, their word counts for the chapter, and then also the notes and things that I want to pay special attention to when I go back and reread Act 1 once I finish it, hopefully by the end of the month. And now it's time to go and get chapter 10 done. So I thought I would talk about something really exciting that happened. I had this huge issue in chapter 10, and no matter what, I just couldn't figure out how to solve the problem. So you had a clip of me going to the gym, which was right after that writing session, and it worked wonders. And you know why? So something that a lot of writers talk about is that the best thing you can do with writer's block is to move your body, to get outside, to exercise. And they talk about how once you establish a problem with your creative project, that even when you're not thinking about that problem, your mind subconsciously works through it. And so the craziest thing happened where I was agonizing over this issue the entire time I was at the library, and then I went to the gym. And then after the gym, I sat down and I said, you know what, I'm just gonna start writing this chapter, because at least at the beginning, I won't face this issue won't need to be solved. And as I was writing, it just hit me out of absolutely nowhere. And it was a very exciting moment. And another reason why it was exciting is because what I've learned from writing this book for 2 years and how I compare the experience is almost like excavating a fossil from the sand. You know, you find the spot and you're like, okay, this is the spot. And then you have your little sand tool and you're brushing off the sand, and piece by piece, you see this image, and the more you brush off, the more it comes together. But it's almost like you're unearthing a story that was already inside of you and unearthing a story that was already written. And there are moments where I come up with ideas and they just feel canon. It's like, oh, this is not one way to do this. This is the way. This is like the only way this could have ever gone in this story. It just feels right in a way that is canon. And it is just the craziest thing. Whenever that happens to me, I get so excited, and that's exactly what happened. So maybe I have to go to the gym more often. guys, so I'm back from the writing sesh and now I can bubble in my chapter 10 because we got that done today. And this is my writing partner in crime, Mariella.
Hello.
What did you get done today?
I got into a really good groove with who my characters are, and so I just wrote a scene between the two leads, and I think it went really well. I'm really cracking down on their chemistry, so it's really good.
Love, love, love. So thank you guys for watching that little clip. Until we meet again. Hey guys, so I'm back. I'm happy to be back. I feel like I haven't had the chance to really talk to you in a long time because this week has been very chaotic. Something I wanted to talk about was what I mean when I say that I'm plotting a chapter. Because I feel like this week, at the very beginning of the week, I talked about plotting for the week. And then in the last clip in the blue room, before I started chapter 11, I said, okay, time to plot chapter 11 before I start chapter 11. And I feel like that gives the wrong impression of what I'm doing because it's not like I'm plotting it from scratch. So I feel like a better way of putting it is that I'm mapping out the chapter and I'm mapping out the scenes that are going to happen in the order they're going to happen in, and not in a way that is for the first time, but to refresh my memory and to warm up my mind for the scene. So what I do when I say I'm plotting chapter 11 is that first I go to the original version of that chapter in draft 1 and I reread it. So I see what work I originally had in the order of events, and then I go to my edit letter, which I wrote to myself before starting draft 2. So a developmental edit letter is essentially when you read over a manuscript and you point out all the things that could make it stronger. So you look at the work as a concrete whole and you pinpoint what you can do developmentally to make it better. So I did this per act. So I have an edit letter for Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3. So once I finish looking over the original chapter, I go to the edit letter to see what notes I wrote for these scenes, if I wrote any. And if I didn't write any, then I review all the other notes that I wrote for Act 1 to make sure that if there's any common thread that needs to fall through the entire act, that I'm keeping consistent with it in the new chapter that I'm writing. So with those materials, I begin mapping out how this chapter is supposed to go according to what I'm keeping from the original and what I'm changing from the original. And that's how I do my plotting. I should really start saying mapping. You might see me saying mapping from now on. So other than talking about what I mean when I say I'm plotting, I wanted to catch up with you guys to talk about how I did not work on the book at all on Saturday. That was expected. Today is Sunday. It's the last day of week 2, my version of week 2 of NaNoWrimo. And my goal was to hit 5,000 words this week. So basically, I knew this was going to be a very tall order this week because of my schedule. I locked myself in the blue room for hours, but I did that because I knew over the weekend I was going to basically be booked full. I mean, I had a paper due on Saturday, I had a different paper due on Sunday, and on both those days I had birthday parties that I was going to celebrate my friends. So the time I had was very, very limited this weekend, and that goes to show I wrote 0 words on Saturday, and today's Sunday. So I don't know if I'm gonna hit 5,000 words. I think right now, I'm gonna check, I'm like around 4,700 words in, which is really, really close to 5,000. So I'm kind of tempted to just be like, oh, okay, I hit it. I'm close enough. But it's also only 300 words until I actually hit 5,000. So maybe today, at like the crack of dawn, when everything is done, I'm just gonna sit and try to write 300 words. So I'll see you guys then if that's the case. Hey guys, I am shocked to be talking to you right now because I did not expect to have any time today to do more writing. So it is Sunday. We are 2 hours away from Sunday being over, which means the end of week 2. So I'm here right now to tuck in one last writing session and hopefully hit that 5K word mark. So I'm gonna start right now and I'm gonna see you as soon as I'm done. So fingers crossed. Hey guys. So this did not go as planned. Basically, I started reading chapter 11, which I was about 3 pages into, and I quickly discovered that I didn't really like those 3 pages. of chapter 11. I'll insert that realization right here. Yeah, so basically I realized that I wanted to start from scratch, but my brain isn't prepared for that. I'm not prepared to do some light brainstorming and hop into this chapter fresh with it all being scrapped. So I'm gonna wait until next week to jump that hurdle, and I'm gonna conclude this video here. So thank you so much for watching. I'm still very close to my goal of 5K. I hit 4,714 words, and this week was total chaos, so really just shocked that I managed to get to that word count at all. I'm still on track for my overall goal of hitting 20K words, so fingers crossed that this last half of the month goes super strong. I'll see you guys then. Bye!